Hello everyone, welcome back to Adaptable Adventure Rider. As you'll notice, the name of the channel has changed. It's changed from Norton Rider. But it's time for a change. There's quite a bit of thinking behind the name as well. Obviously, as you'll notice, I'm on the 1150 GSA now. There's going to be quite a bit of a switch towards adventure bikes on the channel. So if you've come here looking for my classic bike stuff, check out Saving Classic Motorcycles. That's a new channel for that stuff. So without further ado, welcome to Adaptable Adventure Rider. So we're out here, it's December in the UK on the iconic cat Fiddle. We've had a month of rain pretty much. Lots of flooding, frozen roads. Yeah, we're out. It's my first time out since riding the 1927 flat tank Norton. So it's good. It's good to be back out on the 1150. And as I say, just watching the roads because it's quite cold. But it's nice to be out. You got to seize the opportunities while you can. That's the thing, isn't it, with life? You have to seize the opportunities while you can. A pace vehicle in front. Let's talk about Adaptable Adventure Rider. So, what's the meaning behind the name? So what's the meaning behind the name of Adaptable Adventure? So what's the meaning behind the name? Start again. So what's the meaning of the name Adaptable Adventure Rider? Well, I think as adventure riders we have to adapt to many different situations, be it societal, be it the environmental situation, the motorcycles, even injuries and stuff like that. And as those who followed the channel will know, I've had issue with my neck and nerve injury for about 2 years, damage to the trig nerve. So that's something I've had to learn to live with, and massive change that I've made. And I never thought about it, to be honest. I knew it was hard for me, but kickstarting the Nortons, I've actually stopped riding the 650 SS as a daily, and I'm going to start riding the 1150 GSA Adventure. So that's made a massive difference. I had a month off and not kickstarting, and I'm relatively pain free now, so I think that's done the trick. It's suitable, livable with, and it's not getting in the way of riding or anything like that. I've even been able to start playing the guitar again, which is brilliant. And yeah, it feels good, you know. Got a good bit of movement in it. It's not sore, it's not hurting. I can sort of just get back to riding. Obviously I have the odd sore day, but on the whole it's pretty perfect now. So that's that. What else? The 1150, she's running like an absolute peach, which is good. No complaints there, not a single one. I'm really happy with the bike. I wasn't when I got it, obviously, with everything that went wrong, but since I've done the work, it's good. You know, it just goes to show you can't neglect the maintenance on these bikes, especially on Beamers. You know, a little attention to detail goes an extremely long way on them. That's what I'd say. It really does. Obviously now I don't get false neutrals in the gearbox. That's improved. It's just the whole package of the bike is 10 times better, which is obviously what I was hoping for. But you know, it just takes time just to get them sweet. That's it sometimes. Money mainly. So I was lucky Dad lent me so I could do the repairs on the bike. But yeah, I'm happy now. Obviously it's -1 there where I live. It's going to be cold to repair, so it's one of them things you just got to be aware of. But yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so I don't get false neutrals anymore. The suspension's better, handling's better. But yeah, I'll just show you the that's the idle now, altitude, and pretty happy with that. Just talking and riding, so I thought I'd stop for a minute. So that's the 1150. As you can see, she's looking good. Looking good now. YSS shocks on front and rear with the HPA. But yeah, that's 1150. I'm going to take some pictures now, and I'm going to do a bit more riding and a bit more talking to you. So obviously that was the thing with the 1150. You know, she was not in the greatest of condition. She had tons of faults. Now I can start to judge the bike and get used to her, which is good. And as you can see, she's also extremely dirty. From spotless to dirty, eh? But you know, they're meant to be ridden. There's no point just having them tucked away. They'll wash off when they get back. Give her a wax. She's getting there. Just getting there, everyone. So yeah, this is obviously the trickiest bit of 1150 ownership, but I'm getting better. Usually I just put it straight on the footrest with my foot off the side stand, but it's okay. So just remembered where all the water is. Always floods on the Cat and Fiddle here. You ever come up and you're not familiar with the road in winter, it's always there, and you've got to watch it in December because it can be icy as well. But we're okay. Nice and loose. This is the advantage of a bigger engine though. You just got that turn of speed when you need it. Bike choice while we're in some traffic, shall we? So yeah, the big problem really obviously was my nerve injury, but I'm seeming okay today as long as I don't overdo it. Now I've cut out riding kickstart big high compression twins, it seems to be okay most of the time, so I'll take that. You know, at the end of the day I did 4 years, 4 winters on that 650 SS every single day pretty much. You know, you end up kickstarting a lot of the time, but yes, you end up kickstarting obviously a lot when you're doing that. So it wasn't helping, it was aggravating it, and that's been the biggest change. Means I can play my guitar again, which I'm enjoying, and obviously I'm riding this really well. So up until about a month ago I was actually thinking of changing it. I will be getting something else, but I'm going to hold out. I think I'm going to try and hold on to the 1150 and then look at bringing another bike in next year after the move. Obviously Dad needs to get a bike. This is too tall for him, so this is out as an option for Dad. So then that's an option as to what do we look at for Dad. We were looking at the Royal Enfields. I can't believe I'm saying that after I rejected an Himalayan, but yeah, the Bullet 350 car RI. But again, over here in the UK, I asked when we were at the show whether they had parts issues still, and they said, oh, it's a lot better, blah blah. And the other day on the forum there was loads of lads having issues still, and ladies, you know, waiting for front ends for 6 weeks or waiting for a screw for 6+ weeks. It's just not acceptable really in this day and age, not when you can get Honda stuff, you know, same week pretty much, and same for the Japanese bikes. I will say though, with the BMW parts, you're waiting a good, well, how long should I say, 4 weeks if you were to get off BM. But the advantage with the 1150 is obviously it's old enough that Motorworks do the bits next day, pretty much. It's unbelievable. So that makes it a usable modern classic, I'd say. Sort of a modern classic in a way, the 1150, you know. They're very usable, a lot of fun on roads like this. Quite smooth for what they are, not sewing machine smooth, but you know, it's an unbalanced twin at the end of the day. So yeah, that brings us back to what would we get? Obviously we both like the Bullet. Like the idea of it is we're mainly road adventure travelling, that's what I'd say we're doing at the moment. But the big thing is it's the reliability aspect. We've tried a lot of non-Japanese motorcycles. After at one point I think I had 14 Japanese motorbikes at one point that all gave me no grief apart from the classics obviously, which were in restorations. But I think I've had about 20 Japanese bikes in total, there or thereabouts, something like that over the years, and they never really give you any grief. That's the thing. And it all comes down to personal preference at the end of the day. You know, what do you like, what don't you like? And I sort of feel like now that slow and steadier approach is the way to go. Just watching this Beamer on my outside, getting very close there. Yeah, I think that's the thing really. It's obviously a lot of us were waiting to see what that 450, let's get around this bend, So at Starbucks, thought it'd be a nice place to finish the video off. So yeah, the big problem. Oops. So yeah, the big thing really, isn't it? It's motorcycle choice now. The GS is a heavy bike. There's no getting away from it. But there's not a lot of plastic. I'm gonna replace that. 20 quid. Looks a lot better. And it's just one of them really. It's what motorcycle fits your needs the best, and I don't think there's any right or wrong. I honestly don't. I think it's a very personal thing, and it all comes down to exactly what is right for you as an individual. For me at the moment, I could do something a bit lighter, not maybe as light as the 300 rally, but you know, middle ground, 500X. Or the new NX 500, I was quite taken with that really, and a lot of people have been disparaging to it, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that steady sort of middle of the road approach to motorcycling development, because what you end up with is a reliable machine. Yeah, 1150 GSA. I'm pretty happy with it at the moment. Obviously I've done all the work on it, spent thousands to get it right. So yeah, coming back to motorcycle choice, there's no getting away from the 1150. It's a heavy bike. Obviously I'm okay at the moment with it, but if that ever becomes a problem, as it was becoming, I'll look at a different bike. It's just one of them things really. You got to choose the right bike for you. There's no such thing as this is the one situation fits all, one bike fits all, because we're all doing different things, and I think that's the thing with adventure riding really. I think it means a lot of different things to a lot of different people, and you know, 53,000 miles, hopefully I can add a lot more to that as time goes on. So we'll see what happens, eh? I think that's the big thing. So motorcycle choice wise, I won't be filming on the bikes. My mic's just broke. I need to get a bit for it, but I can fix that. It's a case of what do we get, Dad? And I think the Japanese options are going to be better. What I'll do another video in today, tomorrow, somewhere like that. I'll start filming. It'll be up at the end of when this week's video's live. On Sunday hopefully I can do the next follow-on video with Dad, and we can just talk about what adaptable adventure riding means, and the thinking behind the name, and also motorcycle choice, what we're going to look at and why, for Dad and for me ultimately, to sit alongside the GS Adventure. So if you want to watch that video, please do hit the like and subscribe. And so yeah, there's a couple of standouts bike wise really. It's a case of, do I get down to a 300 rally again, which is the only bike in that sort of class of weight that's got a bit of travel capability. You know, as you've seen in my other videos in Wales and back in the day, 10 hours of riding, it was alright apart from the uncomfortable seat and the horrendous Honda suspension. I don't know what was going through the mind with them. And then there's a few Japanese options, but I want to go more in depth into that because I want to get my dad's thoughts, and obviously he's not with me at the moment because he's biteless, so I shall get his thoughts on that. Yeah, we're at Starbucks. Nice day. Obviously quite wet places, but it's just good to get out on the bike. But any ride is a good adventure ride as long as you're having fun, and don't let anyone else define what adventure is to you, because I think it's a personal thing really. And that's the thinking behind adaptable adventure riding. You know, we have to adapt to different situations, different places, different people, different motorcycles, everything we have to adapt to, and that's something, you know, I'm working on myself getting better at all the time. And obviously I ride a lot of motorcycles, 1927 flat tanks with fan shifts, 67 650 SS Norton Commandos, RD 350 LCs and the such, and a Fireblade as well as this. So that's a case of being adaptable and changing motorcycles and learning, and you know, hopefully this channel progresses into me doing a few trips. So yeah, it's just taking it as it comes really, and it's only a small channel and I just enjoy doing this really, so I've got the memories to look back on. I think that's the thing, isn't it really? That's all we can take with us is the memories. Yeah, it doesn't matter what the motorcycle is you're riding, where you're riding, what you're doing, if you've got a smile on your face, that's all that matters to me. And I think that's the meaning of adaptable adventure riding for me. There's a lot of push at the moment towards having to justify going down green lanes, and that's only the right approach, and it isn't really. For me, adventure, it can mean travel. To some people, adventure can just be meaning getting out of your front door. I mean, you know, that's one of them things really. Sometimes it can be hard to do. We're all facing different challenges in life, and I like to try and be respectful of everyone else's, and hopefully that's the message. You know, look after each other, look out for each other, and, you know, stay adaptable. Cheers everyone. Thanks for watching everyone, really appreciate it. Happy December, happy Christmas wherever you are, happy holidays, and I shall speak to you in a few days.